So these notes are all about graphing lines and writing equations of lines. There's also some spherical geometry in here, but instead of making videos for the spherical geometry, I would like you to read about it in our textbook, and I'll tell you what pages to look at for that. But right here it says, number 1, the equation of the line must be in y equals mx plus b form, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. If the equation is not in this form, you must solve for y. Plot the y-intercept on the grid. Start at the y-intercept and count the slope to plot a second point. Remember, a positive move is up or right, and a negative move is down or left. Use a straight edge to draw the line between the points. So here we're going to practice some graphing. On your notes, there are 5 graphing questions, and then it says on your own practice. So I'm just going to do the 5 that are before the part where it says on your own. So use the grids below to graph the equation of each line. So number 1 is already solved for y. The y-intercept is at -2, and the slope is 3 over 5. So the rise will be 3, I will go up 3, and I will go over 5. And I'll make a dot, and I'll do it again if it will fit in the grid. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll use a straight edge. For me on here, I'll use the straight line tool. Connect the dots, fill the grid, put an arrow on the end of your lines. Very important because we want to show that they go forever. And we should be able to see your dots on your graphing. If I don't see your dots, sometimes I'll think that you're just sort of guessing at where to put the line. So be sure you have those. On the second one, we need to solve for y. I'm going to start by subtracting 2x. That'll give me 3y equals 6 minus 2x. You could also write it as -2x plus 6. Then I'm going to divide everything by 3 to get the y alone. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And leave this as a fraction here, 2/3 x. My y-intercept is 2. So on the y-axis at 2, I'm going to make a dot. The slope, so there's b and this is m, is -2/3, meaning I'm going to go down 2 and right 3. Down 2 and to the right 3. And it should look like it's falling as you go left to right because it has a negative slope, and it does. And then connect and use a straight edge to draw your line. Put arrows on the ends of it. There we go. There's 2. Here are the other 3. So on this first one here, we need to solve for y again. So I'm going to do that down here. I'm going to start by subtracting x to move the x over. That'll leave me with -2y, 8 minus x. Divide everywhere by -2. That'll give me y, -4. Negative x over -2 will be +1/2 x. Because you can think of the x as having a 1 in front of it if you'd like. So we have -4 for my y-intercept, and a slope of +1/2, meaning up 1 and right 2, up 1 and right 2, up 1, right 2. And then connect with a straight edge. I hear one of my children. The next 2 are special cases. So for this one here where it says x equals to a number, it's going to be a vertical line. All of the x equals a numbers will be a vertical line, and it will go through the value of 8 on the x-axis. So I'm going to put a couple of points here along where the x value is 8, and then use my straight edge tool here to connect. Can you close the door, please? And then the last one on the graphing has y equals 2 here. Anytime it's y equals a number, it will be a horizontal line going through the y-axis at a value of 2. So here's 2 on the y-axis. And again, I'm going to add some couple more points so I can use my straight line tool here to connect. And those are the graphing samples. So the next ones you'll try on your own, and I'll make the writing equations in a separate video.